House Republicans have rejected an effort to punish Democrat quorum breakers. This is Tuesday, August 26, 2025.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome into this Tuesday edition of the Texas Minute. Ken Paxton and Ted Cruz have issued dueling endorsements in the open AG race. More on that coming up. A former Texas teacher and camp counselor has been arrested on a federal charge of accessing child sexual abuse materials. Robert Jerome Custer previously worked as an educator and counselor in Palestine, Barksdale, Kingsville, and Abilene. Custer currently holds a valid lifetime teaching certificate that was issued back in 1990. While not employed as a teacher or counselor at the time of his arrest, investigators are seeking information from potential unreported victims from Custer's time as an educator or camp counselor. Approval was given yesterday by the Texas House to a measure that tightens the limits on how much local governments can raise property taxes without voter approval. Under current law, most taxing units can increase property tax collections by up to 3.5% annually without triggering a voter approval election. A proposal that originated in the Texas Senate during this current special legislative session dropped that cap to 2.5% beginning in 2026. But yesterday, the House voted to lower that to 1%, but it exempts public safety spending from the calculations. Given the changes made to that original legislation from the Senate, the measure will now go back to the Senate for concurrence or the establishment of a conference committee that will need to work out the differences between the two chambers' versions before the special session comes to an end. Also yesterday, Governor Greg Abbott expanded the agenda for the current special session, asking lawmakers for a statewide ban on same-day voter registration. Two major endorsements are shaking up the Republican nomination field in the race to be Texas's next Attorney General. After entering the race just last week, U.S. Representative Chip Roy secured over the weekend the support of U.S. Senator Ted Cruz, and yesterday morning, Attorney General Ken Paxton endorsed former DOJ official Aaron Reitz as his successor. Roy and Reitz have each worked for both Cruz and Paxton. Cruz called Roy a, quote, battle-tested warrior, while Paxton described Reitz as his, quote, offensive coordinator. Both Reitz and Roy once served as chiefs of staff to Cruz, a notable twist in a primary that already includes two other major GOP contenders, State Senators Joan Huffman of Houston and Mays Middleton of Galveston. And while Reitz has been an ardent backer of Paxton, Roy supported the failed impeachment attempt in 2023. The Texas Minute will be right back.
America is at a crossroads. Now, more than ever, Texas must step up and lead the country. We don't have time to mess around. The only way to save America is with a strong Texas. You and I know this, but so do the enemies of life and liberty. Therefore, you and I have no choice but to stand up and fight. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and to the enemies of liberty, I say, come and take it.
A Republican plan to punish Democrat lawmakers who broke quorum earlier this month fractured the House GOP caucus yesterday, with members rejecting the most aggressive measure while advancing two others. Meeting behind closed doors yesterday morning, the caucus considered three separate proposals. The outcome underscored divisions within the Republican ranks and sparked fresh criticism of House Speaker Dustin Burrows by conservative lawmakers. One proposal would have censured Democrats who fled the state and imposed penalties such as removing chairmanships and vice chairmanships, docking seniority in the next session, and cutting office budgets for each day they were absent without leave. Despite receiving support from a majority of the caucus, the proposal failed to get two-thirds support that was necessary for implementation. The Republican caucus did endorse changes to the chamber's rules and state law designed to thwart future quorum busts. You can find details on this story and the others mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. If you enjoy the Texas Minute, please consider giving us a rating and leaving a review. We appreciate the feedback, and it helps others find the show. This edition of the Texas Minute was produced by Nick Shepard and based on the original reporting of Aaron Anderson and Brandon Waltons. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now go make it a great day.